Hey, so I have got some more things to share about abundance, thriving, prosperity, living a good life. Being yourself, being true, being real, being honest, being authentic, and being valued for that authenticity. So here's a little phrase: you got to work with what you got, not with what you've not. So you got to be honest about what are your capacities, what are your potentials and gifts and talents, what are you interested in, where is your passion. So don't fantasize about things that are not related to, or just like way out of reach, way out of your league in this present moment, or in all moments, because they're not in alignment with who you really are. So my phrase is, how do you know what you want if you don't know who you are? So the basis of all creativity begins with self-connection, connection to oneself, and understanding the nature of your dreaming, where your dreaming is coming from. Not just what your dreams are, but where you're dreaming from. That's important, because then it's connected to you, with you, from you. Also, just want to give a little comment on the law of attraction, secret, and all that kind of business. It's like, yeah, maybe there's some truth in this. Maybe it's possible. But you've also got to take into consideration that most people live within very, very small percentage fragment of their intelligence or their awareness. So there's a beautiful expression by somebody I was doing a course with recently. He said, the brain is like 25% of the mind. Interesting concept, yeah? And this relates to quantum field theory, is that our mind exists in the quantum aura, if you like, or the quantum field. And the brain is an extension of that field, condensed down into physical flesh and blood, bone, and all the gooey stuff that makes up our brain. So the brain is actually still the mind, but in a different frequency of vibration. But the larger part of our mind, our awareness, our intelligence, which exists across all dimensions throughout time and space in the quantum field, from source intelligence, that's huge. That's as big as life is. And we arise from that, all of us. Everything arises from the same unified field, unified heart field, which is incredible when we allow ourselves to melt into that state of oneness. Now that is informing this state of us that we experience as a physical body, physical brain, physical body. Yeah? But I'd like you to experience what the ancients used to realize is that everything is vibration, just the different states of existence. So what we call physical or material is still vibration, just experienced at a different oscillation. Now when you start to understand this, you start to recognize that there's this huge, infinite mind, intelligence, potential that is us, and that we here on the ground, three-dimensional ground, can work with. So I call these access potentials. We can access the quantum field from this physical reference point. And likewise, we can also transcend the physical reference point, become the unified field, and then witness with like eagle vision this body, brain, personality form, which has the appearance of Guy. So we can also witness from the stars, from the quantum perspective, which is really interesting, because that allows me here on the ground to feel really held. I don't know how that makes you feel right now. To sense that the bigger part of you is witnessing the little part of you, a bit like an older brother, older sister, wise elder, nourishing you. People often relate to this, have called this in ancient times and modern times the higher self. But what if the higher self is yourself, just existing in a different frequency, a different dimension? How does this relate to abundance? Because, when I was talking about the secret and the law of attraction, if you are in a good, clean relationship with the quantum field, if you know this to be your state, then this will flow through you like a river of ecstasy, joy, and wonder and wisdom. But if you are functioning as just a brain, body, in the personality, in this three-dimensional time span, then you're going to be functioning from a very limited resource of knowledge. Okay, that which you've acquired during your personal lifetime, or you've adapted from traditions and psychologies and society. Although it's big, it's still very limited. Yeah. Now that's not going to give you a very interesting life when you live in this infinite state of potential. So what we can call this is unconscious, largely, for a lot of people. So when most people talk about law of attraction, in my opinion, what they're really talking about is attracting from their personality. Want a new car, fancy this, want that, want this, want that. All the ideas in the mind from this personality matrix, which is very limited and conditioned by society, culture, our personal biography. So the vision is never going to be very big. It's always very personal, egoic vision. Now transcendent vision which comes from the heart, from love, from beauty, from wonder, is when we start to access the infinite dimensions of self and allow these also to come through as inspiration, higher self, guidance, inner wisdom, illumination, and all the other beautiful energies that flow through us, and then they pop out of this personality. So my vision is connected to the unified field, which then connects me intimately to you, because we are one in the unified field. It might appear different in personality, in the uniqueness of our life experience, but deep down and within, we share the same commonality of source, energy, and presence. And these kind of visions, that kind of attraction, is relevant for everybody. It's like human vision, human species, deep, profound connection. And that's really where I'm coming from with abundance. It's not just the abundance of personality and me, want, desire, from this limited sense of self. And that doesn't mean that Guy can't get his needs met, wants, desires, wishes, and dreams. It's just in a much bigger, interconnected context. And this is what really excites me in life, is that my desire, my wish, my want, my vision, my dream is also related and resonant with your wish, want, desire, and dream. Then we're in the vibe tribe. We're in the same sense of tribe together. So thank you very much for listening. As I mentioned in a previous video, I am going to be writing a book on this at some point. Very small book, guidebook to abundance, prosperity, and thriving in life. If you're interested in this, just pop a little message below this video. Give me a love. If you like, give me a like, send a comment, ask a question, interact. And if none of those things, just enjoy the resonance you feel right now from being seen, being heard, and being felt, and being known as another human being here on the earth with infinite, beautiful, loving potential. Thank you very much from me, from my heart to yours. Lots of love. Bye for now.